Welcome to SkyLynn Mind, Body, and Health. Today we'll be discussing proper running technique, and today I have with me are the Memorial High School track girls. These are varsity athletes here, and they are getting ready for their district season coming on up. So since they are runners, who better to ask about running technique than to actually ask track runners? So if you'd go ahead and please tell me y'all's names and what events y'all do.
My name is Anaya Duhorn, and I run the 4x100 meter relay, the open 400, and the 4x400 meter relay.
My name is Millicent Nabu, and I run the 300 meter hurdles and the 4x400 meter relay.
My name is Darlene Nguyen, and I run the 1600 meters.
All right. So the questions I have for you are basically if a person is new to running, what techniques and advice would you like to give to a person that wants to just start running on the track or running around the neighborhood? Is there any techniques that they need to keep in mind about hands, feet? Just kind of give me your input.
First, I would say make sure you have the right equipment, like right shoes, the right, arch support and everything. Really, if you have a flat foot, because it involves with shin splint and everything. And also, when you're running, I would advise you to keep your arms open and not tense up and tight, because once you start to tense up, you start to tire your body out. So just keep your hands open and stay calm and not tense up.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts?
It's also good to take care of your body's needs as well as getting shin splints. Running on concrete can cause that to occur, and you can do certain things to prevent it, like wearing shin sleeves, of course, or simply preparing yourself with the right meals and everything before you get out there and run. Don't be dehydrated. Don't run on an empty stomach, because it won't help you at all.
Can you go ahead and tell me your name and what events you do?
I'm Nariana Smith. I run the 400, 4x2, 4x4, 800, as well as triple and long jump.
Wow, pretty impressive. So, all right. So now that we know that concrete makes a difference. What about the differences between track versus grass? Is there any difference in what shoes you should wear, or how it is harder or better on the body?
Yes, I would advise on the track wear spikes, the right kind of spikes, the right shoes, like they have different spikes for every race. Like if you do distance, your shoes will be flatter than a sprinter's. A sprinter will have an arch support in it because the speed they run. And in the grass, I would advise you to wear your regular little flats, because there's something you don't need spikes to grasp anything. Flats will be better in the grass.
So someone has been running for maybe 3 miles a day, up to 5 miles, and now they're kind of tired of running, but they want to start sprinting, and they want to kind of work on their speed now. So we got distance going. What would you tell a runner that wants to start working on sprints? Is there any type of body movement they need to keep in mind, or breath work?
It's more of opening up when you run. You're running like this, so you want to reach out and just open up your arm. And the faster you move your arm, the faster you go to your finish line, to your finish mark.
Okay. Is there any, are they running on their heels to toes, or is it all toes? What type of contact are they making with their feet?
You're more on the balls of your feet.
On the balls of your feet?
Especially for sprinters. Like you always want to try your best to stay on the balls of your feet to your toes. But when you're a distance runner, running on the balls of your feet can strain your arch. So it's not always healthy to stay that way for a long distance. But as soon as you start to open up and strive more to your finish mark, like Darlene said, it'll help to run on the balls of your feet.
Okay. So if you're on the track and you're running for speed, is there any particular technique you need to keep in mind between running the straights versus running the curves?
Yes, when you're running the curves, you should lean into the curve, like you're looking into the curve. You're going with the curve instead of trying to fight against the curve. Rather you running straight up like you're running on the straightaway, you're gonna have to fight more than anybody else is doing. You have to, like, if anybody else is leaning, then they have an advantage because they're ahead of you, and you fight against you just standing straight up. But once you get on the straightaway, that's when you open up, stand up, instead of leaning or wobbling or anything that'll take you home.
Okay. So as far as a workout, what should a beginner person begin with on a workout? Do you have any type of a 10-minute, a 30-minute? Should they even start running long distance? Should it be interval?
Well, when Coach Bradford started us off, we did conditioning. It was something like she called it 60-90s.
60 was more of your race pace.
Race
You would
pace.
fight.
90 is a more steady pace.
And 30.
And you do it for like five minutes at a time.
Yeah.
And she would add, like, once we got into the season more, she would add 30 seconds, and that's like a, you know, fast pace, faster pace. And once you go back up to 30, you kind of keep that pace. 60. You kind of keep the same pace, but it's like you're calming down a little bit. You're trying to catch your breath, like you were doing the 400.
Yeah, you will calm your body down, but you never drop back to going the speed that you were before. You always want to advance and get stronger, fight more than you were before.
So you're alternating between sprint speeds to regular running speed to jogging,
Yeah.
and then back and forth,
Yeah.
until you can hit your required distance. Okay, so for someone that's sprinting and it's a more advanced runner, is it the same technique that they're doing?
No.
What are they doing?
For example, we have like rushing like 300s or rushing 200s, and it's basically you go to the 300 mark and you run your 300. You have to make your time, and instead of you walking that curve back to the top at 300, you have to jog back. So it's like you would do your 300s, jog back, and however many the coach wants you to do. And once you finish your 300s, you get to finally walk to your next spot, which is the 200. Then you run all your 200s, and after each one, you jog back, and then you'll be done for the day. So it's kind of like you get a break, but it's really not a break because you're still jogging, keeping your legs moving, so you won't get as tired as you would if you would start walking because you want to bend down and stuff. But to jog, it would keep you going.
Yeah, and it's always better to train your body to be that way because you want to let your body know that now it's time to change to the next thing, the next race. And having a longer break in between each event will only let your body cool down, and you don't want to ever get to that point because your muscles are going to be cold. Then have your muscles warmed up and ready to run again.
Is there any other things that you can add? Any comments, tips, advice, or do you?
Use your own body weight when you're in the weight room rather than start picking up on heavy weights. Just keeping your body toned is okay when you're running.
And also, I would say if you want to be a runner, just be dedicated to it because it's not something easy. It doesn't come overnight. You know, it's a all-year thing. You have to keep doing it and doing it. And it's hard for us because once we stop, you know, if we stop during the summer, we have to come back next year. And if we do other sports, we have to get ourselves to condition back into track shape. And it's very hard to get back into doing something. If I stop one day, it's hard for me to just get back here and do something at my top potential, you know. So I would advise them to just stay on top of it, you know, eat healthy things, keep your body healthy, and just be dedicated.